I thought early on, the start of the game, the ball movement was great, and then honestly, we just turned the ball over, it felt like, for 10 straight minutes. But in the beginning, you know, they established the way we should play. You know, and I keep saying it, make miss league, and we're making shots, which is very nice.
In the last 9 games, you guys have averaged more than 50% from the field, beating your teams by an average of more than 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
What's working?
The ball's going in. You know, they're moving the ball, they're sharing the ball. You know, honestly, if you look at a lot of the shots early in the season, and we talked about it, you know, statistically, we know we get our analytical numbers, and it says, you know, that we were, you know, 40 or 35% on uncontested shots. That's not a good number. Now when we look at them, we're 55% on uncontested shots and 60% on uncontested shots. So I think we're getting better shots, though. That's number one. And now we're making the better shots. So.
How much of that is just JJ? I mean, like, you knew they would start going in, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that with the questions you were asking the whole time, Dan. I mean, no, I'm joking. No, I think a lot of it is JJ, but I think it's everybody. I think Blake's playing better. CP's more aggressive. So I think, honestly, and I always think it really starts with CP and Blake, and I just think they have found a great rhythm, and then from there, the other guys get shots, and for me, when JJ plays well, and I say it every night, it means that the ball is really moving, because he's the one guy that needs the ball to move for him to get a good shot, and so that's what it says.
Doc, when you say establish the way we want to play, what's the main thing you want to establish?
Our pace, you know, our spacing and pace. And what I mean, Jay, when I say pace, I don't mean flying up and down the floor. I mean continuous movement. And we were not doing that earlier in the year, and we're doing that now. And it just makes us very hard to guard when we play that way.
What about DeAndre's effort? I think there were 3 times he tapped balls back out to the
yeah,
and
he's
kept possessions alive.
He's just, I mean, I say it every night, like, you know, he does so many things for us. His pick setting, his rolling, like, it's funny. He's such an offensive weapon because he rolls so hard to the basket. Every time he rolls, someone has to take him. He never gets the bucket, but it usually means JJ's open, Blake's open. He just does so many little things. Dennis Rodman-ish, you know, where, you know, I played with him for 1 year, and it was amazing. I didn't see it away not playing with him, and then you play with him and you realize, holy crap, you know, we keep thinking Dennis didn't score, but he created so many scores. And I think DJ's starting to do the same stuff.
You know, they had problems at center.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other guy gets thrown out, they have injuries. You know,
still for 3 quarters, they only had 4 offensive rebounds and no second chance.
Yeah, and through this whole stretch, our rebounding's been better. So that's good. I mean, not having their main guy playing, then getting the other big, you know, thrown out of the game, back-to-back night, that's just hard on the team. You know, that's really tough. They couldn't overcome it. I thought what Jock did was pretty smart. He went small, and it actually created some problems for us, you know. But that's, you know, again, I've been in that place, and you just got to be creative, and I think that's what Jock's doing.
What did you think of a Quinn's foul? What did you think of?
Oh, I thought it was a flagrant 2 in this generation.
Did that
generation?
Well, there was no flagrants, so you know, I don't think he was trying to hurt Blake or anything like that. It was a hard foul, and the way the game's called now, it has to be a flagrant 2.
Doc, when you talk about the uncontested shots, is that as simple as just telling your players, listen, they're going to go in, continue to shoot?
I never said a word about him,
Yeah,
honest to God. Why? I mean, he clearly never saw me play, so how can I go and say to JJ and Jamal anything about offense? You know what I mean? Like, I don't say much. If guys are missing open shots, what can I say to that? You know, just keep shooting. And if you know JJ and Jamal, that's something I really don't have to say because they're going to do it anyway, and that's what you want them to do. If there was a guy like that was struggling, you know, Matt in his stretch, you know, I didn't even say anything to him. You know, I just believe guys, they're pros and they play long enough, it'll work out for them.
Speaking of Matt, how crazy has he been?
He's been great. He's played great tonight. Even tonight, I mean, he had to play more minutes than I wanted him to, but his just being in the right spot. You know, Matt goes in and out with buying in defensively, and the way he's now with us is perfect. You know, he's right in the right spots, and that's what we need him to do. And I believe in the basketball gods. You know, when he does that, all of a sudden he starts scoring. I don't think it's a fluke. I just think they're connected. I always do. I think you do a lot of good things on the one end. The ball tends to find you, and you end up getting wide open shots, and you start making them. And that's what he's doing.
Doc, how much does it help that you just played these guys recently, and as far as preparation, and same coming up with the next team as well?
Yeah, I guess it helps. You know, this was a different team. You know, when you think about it, we just played the last time, and Fournier didn't play. Oladipo, it was his first game. So it was like playing a different team, and they just have so many injuries right now. You know, you just have to have your focus and do your job.
How much of an impact does it have for you guys to keep taking care of business and doing it soundly?
It's very important for us to do. You know, you just have to. You know, again, I don't know what we've won. You know, I don't think we've changed positions much in the West. You know,
Six now.
huh?
Moved up to six.
How have we? So, I mean, I guess, you know, so, I mean, that's the point. Like, someone told me, and I'm killing the numbers, I'll let you guys do the research, you probably know this, but the top 5 teams in the West going into, they had won 54 games in a row.
Top 8 had won 36 in a row.
Top what?
Top 8 had won 36.
36 in a row, and the bottom 4 in the East had lost 54 in a row, or something like that. So when you have numbers like that, I mean, and the East doesn't matter to us, but in the West you have to win games, and you know we're going to beat each other up.
How about the importance of learning how to step on the gas when you need to do it and put teams away?
Well, I don't know if there's an importance to that. I just think winning the game. You know, last night Golden State won at the buzzer. You think they're upset that they didn't step on the gas? You know what I mean?
Makes life easier though, right?
It does, but it's human. It's a human game. You know, it'd be nice. You know, I was worried tonight, especially when we got the lead and started turning it over. But we kind of gathered ourselves. I thought CP at the beginning of the third quarter came out extremely aggressive, almost like he wanted to put it away so he could sit down, which is very smart.
Well, you guys have been able to do that over here. What are the long-term, I mean, there've got to be long-term benefits to be able to save.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know that. I mean, I always hear that like if you win big and guys rest. I mean, I don't think anybody actually knows what the residual effects to that is. So I don't know, but you got to assume. Yeah, let's get Congress to do a study on that.
Sure, they're not doing it.
Yeah, they could do something, right? That would be nice.
What's the best thing you take from this game besides the W?
That just the W and the ball movement and staying professional. You know, that's what we have to do. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.